Hey guys, welcome back to Whining Blends. Here we are again, Mr. Hoots, for episode 5.
What's up, Big E?
What's going on? How you doing today,
Well,
buddy?
buddy, how's everything?
Good, man. We just got through the holidays and everything. Finally, we got the Christmas stuff out of the way. Now we're getting ready for New Year's Eve.
Amateur day.
Amateur day.
Amateur day and amateur night.
Yeah, I know. What are you doing for New Year's Eve? Anything exciting or
Nothing
what?
crazy. Gonna take down the tree, kind of hang out. Girls are kind of off doing their thing.
Okay.
So it's gonna be a big day down at Key West. So
I
they're
know
gonna
it's
be
gonna be
busy down at
huge.
the store. So I'm gonna be monitoring that. But really, I'm very okay with just kind of chilling
Just
out,
chilling?
doing like next to nothing.
All right.
So it'll be cool.
We're actually this year we do a event at someone's house. This year we're going to actually go to a hotel.
Nice.
Enjoy it at a party up North Jersey over there. So it's something different. Never done it before. Did it when I was younger. Don't remember much of it. Obviously different, when I wasn't married. But it should be exciting. Should be fun. Hopefully everybody has a good time.
Yeah.
And we part it up and go into 2025, go eat some Portuguese food.
I'm having a good time.
Having a good time, yeah.
Let's see what 2025 brings.
I know. Let's see, right? We don't,
It's kind of crazy.
It's a new year.
Well, the 20th will indicate a lot of cool things.
That's true.
Gonna get everybody up and running.
January is going to be a good month.
Yeah, it should be. I mean, we're excited too. Not to go back to the store issue, but we had our first really huge week, so it was busy down there, and that's usually the beginning of the season,
Right,
and kind of what's going on. That should run its course until spring.
Till spring sometime, yeah.
So
well, and yeah, like you said, New Year's Eve is definitely a big night there, so
yeah.
It should be.
I was there last year for New Year's Eve. There was 100,000 people in the streets.
Wow.
So I'm telling them, adjust the hours if you have to. Let's stay open a little later.
Right. Yeah, maybe open a little later, and
it's kind of weird. Even though there's a lot of people, doesn't mean they're all going to buy lobster rolls.
Right.
But we serve beer and other things too. So I mean that'll help. But you'll get a lot of people walking by from the Rick's area, Sloppy Joe's. That's where they have this conch shell that drops down.
Oh, okay.
Instead of the ball, they drop down a conch shell.
Oh, nice.
And everybody watches that. So we made our way there last year. It's like a Florida Caribbean Times Square.
Nice.
That's what it's like.
I definitely want to go there one year for New Year's Eve.
Maybe I really wanted to go this year. It was, we're busy up here. Which was surprising. It would have been nice, but it is
what it is, right?
They'll get through it. It'll be fine. We have big fish to fry, so let's see how it goes.
Maybe we'll do 2026 in Key West.
Man.
What do you think?
It'd be great. We could go live,
and we can go live in Key West
doing podcast,
doing our New Year's
West
Eve
for the store.
There you go,
right out front. There's 1 million people out there.
That would be awesome.
We could just sit there and watch the passerby.
I would love to spend the New Year's Eve.
It's not bad too. If we Fantasy Fest.
Oh yeah.
If we're down there for Fantasy Fest,
that's in November.
End of October.
Into
the beginning of November. It's Halloween. Okay. It's like their Halloween thing. So that week that starts Monday, the week of Halloween, that Monday, and it just continuously gets more crazier till Saturday.
Till Saturday. You know what we got to do? We got to get a lot more sponsors.
I know.
Like Cody Marine.
Right.
Like Mystic Lobster Roll from Key West and Boa Vida Entertainment.
Yes.
We get more sponsors, get a bigger budget, and we can do in these podcasts in Key West.
We can make it an official tour.
Yeah.
Come on, we're doing it for you guys.
Exactly. We'll do a tour.
Sponsors, jump out, subscribe, join.
I know. So, that would be awesome. I would definitely, my family and I would love to spend a New Year's Eve in Key West, and I don't have to wear a jacket or anything. I can just wear.
They're wearing shorts and a t-shirt.
Yeah,
that's it. That's what they're wearing. It's a little seasonable. It's like 69, 71 degrees.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's beautiful. I love that weather.
No humidity.
I know. I love that weather.
Fantastic.
So, that's awesome. That's good news. Now,
you got to bring up the bad news?
Yeah. Freaking disgusting this past weekend. As you guys know, I'm a diehard Giants fan. Mr. Hoos is a diehard Giants fan. And obviously we don't want to see them lose, right? But that's not obviously that's what we're not fans to see them lose. We're fans to see them win and hopefully go to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl. I'm always excited for Sundays to watch football. Lately I haven't been too excited because every time I turn on the TV, I was telling Mr. Hoos the other day that I was like, I got to at least watch the first quarter and then from there dictate if I'm watching my team or if I'm going to switch it to
Right.
another channel and watch a better game,
or watch a cooking show or
or
something else,
yeah, or do something else.
or maybe some Winding Bloods podcasts
There you go.
instead of
Giants
the game.
losing, yeah. Uh, but Giants, what are we doing here? What are we doing that we go? We all season we did not win one game
At home.
at home. We never scored more than 30 points. So we have 2 games left in the season. We have the number 1 draft pick, and then we just
the number 1 draft pick.
Yeah, that's my frustration. Had, and then we go and put up 45 freaking points on the Colts that were fighting for a playoff spot. The Colts, what are you doing? What do you do? What? How do you not show up to a game to a team that's 2-13? You're fighting for a chance to go to the playoffs, and you let the Giants, that have never scored more than 30 points, haven't won at home, put up 45 points. 45 fucking points.
I watched the game. I was kind of in and out doing some stuff around the house, and the beginning you watch it and you see, there's a little electricity. They're kind of doing their thing, and it's fine. And I'm excited to see some movement, but deep in the back of my mind, I'm like, we have a draft pick here that we're trying to protect, and I'm kind of 50-50 on this. I'm not one to say tank games because I want to watch my team play, no matter what. Okay. So when Daniel Jones was out, we heard it from how many people? Let's fight for the draft pick now. I get it. But I wasn't into that. Like, that's not my thing. At this point, yeah, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with, we have 2 games. Obviously, the rumors are beginning about what Philly wants to do with us next week.
Right.
So Saquon won't be going. Well, at the time, the thought was he's not going to go for the record, and they're going to just lay down and lose to us, so we lose the pick. Well, now we lost it because of yesterday. I was okay with not winning yesterday. Do you expect these guys to go out there and not play their game? I mean, it's...
No, I understand.
I don't know. I mean, somebody said it perfectly. They suck at sucking.
Yes, they do. They're not even that.
Yeah, you don't even do it. You don't even shit the game up properly. You know what I mean? Yeah,
I mean, not even. We can't even lose when we need to lose.
Right.
I mean, when the Colts came back and they scored the touchdown and they went for the 2-point conversion to try to tie it, I was like, all right, Mara just called down to the field and said, what the fuck are you guys doing?
Right.
We cannot win this fucking game. But then we still go ahead and score and fucking get 45 points.
Drew Lock threw for 4 touchdowns and rushed for 1.
And he had like 300-something yards.
And it's Drew Lock.
It's fucking...
Now,
and look, I get it.
You can't expect him to want the team to tank because he knows he's never going to be a starting quarterback.
That's true. That's very true. That's what I was going to say. I get it from the player's perspective.
Malik Neighbors was all excited, and they play great when you don't need them to play great.
Well,
they don't play great when you want them to play great. Every quarterback that we have goes on to somewhere else, and they suck with us and are great elsewhere. I mean, I don't know. But the question is going to be now. We want a new quarterback, obviously. That's supposed to be our position.
Right.
Well, now we're number 4. I mean, New England doesn't need a quarterback.
They don't need a quarterback. The Browns? Who do they have?
Don't
they have? Didn't they get? I don't even know who they have.
Well, didn't they have? Was it Jameson Winston throwing for them for a little bit?
Yeah, but he's not.
He's Joe Flacco, and he's everybody else.
Yeah, everybody else
that does the.
I mean, and then you got Tennessee. I think they need a quarterback.
Yeah, so they're going to pick somebody.
So, I mean, listen. I get. I think we were talking about this earlier, and like the players need to play because they got to show themselves for them to stay on the team, for them to obviously earn their money. But where the fuck were you the last 15 weeks of the season then? Why weren't we all playing like your job's on the fucking line for the last 15 weeks? You decided to do this on week 17? Like, come on. I mean, and that's what you're hearing reporters like, oh, that, the the players are not ever going to give up. They're going to play hard. They're going to, they got to show themselves, and especially guys that know that they're fighting for their job, because Neighbors is going to keep his job. I mean, he's lights out freaking wide receiver. Tracy, rookie, another one. I think this is I don't know on how long that we get two players that go over 1,000 yards.
Right.
I mean, okay, that's great. That's great. But where the fuck were you the last 15 games?
Right.
I mean, you know what I mean? Like, where were you before that? Like, what were you doing?
You can't say Drew Lock is the reason for the chemistry.
No,
he's not at all. I mean, they just played. They played good.
I mean our defense.
Did they play just a shitty Colts team yesterday?
It's fucking possible playoff team.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
right. But everybody has a bad day. I mean, it's Flacco is now in there. For the how many teams has he done this for? You know what I mean?
I just don't get it. It's really frustrating as a Giants fan.
But are we going to get our pick though?
I don't know. We're number 4. If you think about it,
so the Patriots aren't going to pick a quarterback, right?
No, they're going to pick Hunter,
right?
And actually,
Tennessee.
You got Tennessee. So actually, we had a comment that you said Shakur Sanders, and it's Shador.
Shador.
Yeah. Somebody commented and said,
"Oh, did they?"
Yeah, they were laughing at us.
I don't know him, so if I knew him, I'd know his name better. But
I'm just going to call him Sanders.
Yeah, Dion's kid.
You got Sanders and you got Ward. So if Tennessee and Browns need a quarterback that goes, there they go. So who are we picking at 4th? Another fucking wide receiver? I mean, what are we doing here? And here's the thing. We all have the same record, and it's because of toughness of schedule. And according to whatever the NFL has there, we had the toughest schedule. So because we had 3 wins with the toughest schedule, and let's say we lose, but we all lose, we still get the 4th pick. Now, the only good news that we have is the Titans are playing the Texans. Can the Titans beat the Texans? I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, but they're going to be smart and not want to win.
Now, I think the Texans, well, that too. Now, is that team going to tank? Is that team going to tank? I mean, they got
game of the year.
What do they got? Number 2 pick now?
Last game of the year.
Yeah. The Texans, I think they're already in the playoffs, so they might not play everybody. They don't want to get hurt.
Right.
Okay. So let's see. I mean, the Giants are playing the Eagles. I think they're going to lose.
Right.
I mean, that bullshit where they don't want Barkley to break the record. I mean, he had 167 yards on Sunday. I think he needs another 120 yards or whatever.
Right, but they also know that we're number 4 now anyway. So they know
we're
number
we don't 4.
Have the first pick. So
yeah, so they know.
It's not going to – losing to us is not going to –
It's not going to make a difference. So I think they'll win anyway. And then we have the Patriots are paying the Bills. The Bills are not going to play everybody. They're locked in at number 2 seed.
Right.
Are the Patriots? I mean, I'm not even worried about the Patriots. That's the thing. I don't care if the Patriots win because we know they're not going for a quarterback.
Right.
Our concern is the Browns and
Tennessee.
And Tennessee, and the Browns. I don't even know who they playing next week. Let me see here if I could see who the Browns are playing. The Browns are playing the Ravens. I don't know if the Ravens have anything to play for. I mean, I know they're in the playoffs. I don't know if their position changes if they win. Are they going to rest their players?
They don't want anybody hurt. Don't forget. I mean,
they don't want anybody hurt. So maybe what we can do is get lucky, and we have all these teams that need to rest their players, and then, like these commentators say, that the players are not going to give up. They're going to play their hearts out. So hopefully they pull out a win. Hopefully we don't play our hearts out and we lose to the Eagles, and we get at least go back to number 2, or number 1.
Right.
I'm comfortable.
We're not going to get number 1, but let's say we get number 3 or number 2.
Yeah.
Then we'll get one of the.
Then we'll get one of the 2. I'm comfortable being number 2
because is probably going to go first anyway.
He'll probably go first. Yeah.
So if Cam Ward was the guy we wanted, we may still get him anyway.
Still get him. Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, we'll see what happens, but I just don't know. I don't know what we're doing. I mean, that was just, and to put up, and if I say it was a close game, the Giants won, was very.
If it was a low scoring close game, that would be one thing.
Right.
It wasn't.
No,
it was a high scoring game.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy.
It's our first run back this year at all. All
right. You want to hear a fun fact? 100
Sure.
yards kickoff return.
Huh?
Guys from Newark. Crazy rookie from
Unbelievable.
Newark. ran back a kickoff for 100 yards. Even that, our special teams were playing. We had a crazy interception. Did you see the interception? Yeah. It was crazy interception. Fucking Drew Lock is lighting up the scoreboard. I mean,
how are we not doing that all season, right?
No, yeah. I don't. And our defense, half of our defense is out. So, I mean, that's why they were, they put up a lot of points too. And can you imagine we had our whole defense? We'd probably be 45-7 or 45-14. That's how good they freaking played.
Which does us absolutely no fucking good.
Nothing.
Didn't help.
Anyway, to me, I'm been ranting since Sunday, and
I know
I just had enough. And
you texted me, you go, "Are you watching the game?" Yeah. I'm like, "Yup."
Yeah, I'm texting everybody. I'm like, "What the fuck is going on?"
It's insane.
And like everybody said, we just not even that we could do good. Not even that we can do good.
Suck properly.
No, which is unbelievably insane. I mean, don't show us that you're tanking, but I mean, play it off. I don't know, lose somehow, fuck it up. I don't know. I thought that was happening when they were about to tie us and shit. And I actually texted my buddy. I'm like, oh, there it is. They're finally. And that's what I said. Merrick,
pop it out.
Yeah, that Merrick.
That would have been cool if we lost, but we played good.
Well, yeah,
I mean, that would have been
good because, like I said, I only usually watch one quarter.
Right.
I actually watched the whole fucking game. I was peeled to the TV. I was excited.
But I was excited. Out of the playoffs.
What happened?
We knocked them out of the playoffs.
I know. Yeah,
like done. That was a playoff run for them.
Yeah, that's it. They're done. And then the Colts to come out like that flat. I mean, you're trying to make the playoffs. Again, I go back.
It's one of those things where everyone. I mean, anybody who's watched football for years knows the same thing. It could switch after halftime, after the motivating talk in the locker room.
Yeah, momentum, right?
But a lot of times, when it's just not starting out that way, it's hard for that to change. And just the Colts were just
sleeping.
Yeah, they weren't doing it at all.
First quarter, they didn't do anything. We scored 20, literally 2 minutes into the third quarter with that run back. We were up 20. We were
Imagine we did that first game of the year.
Oh, that would be great. I think that would have. I don't know.
Well, no, you're right. Stick to that point because the motivation of something can carry on to something.
On, yeah.
Why would it not? You know what I mean? And the point I want to get to in this whole thing is, it's not really rebuilding. We have good people in good positions. We need to just pepper it with the right
Correct.
People.
We need a couple.
There's a handful of pieces that need to be moved, and when that's done and the quarterback position is filled. But then the other thing too is, what are we doing about our coach and our GM? Are they gonna? It's been said that you're never gonna fire a GM and a head coach at the same time you're bringing on a new quarterback.
That's true.
Because now you're rebuilding everything at that particular.
But then
time.
Now, if you're bringing in a rookie quarterback, you need to keep that coach and GM there for a while.
Correct.
And look, I don't have a problem with Dable. I don't have a problem with him.
I don't either.
I just think he needs to put a little more fire in their ass. He needs to, like you said, we need those couple of pieces to put in place because, like you're correct. We have like Tracy's a dog, Neighbors is freaking a dog. Those guys are playing their heart out. Slayton, I don't really think we need like another receiver per se. Maybe a decent tight end.
Yep.
You know what I mean? We got a running back. Help a couple pieces in the front line. Work a little bit on the defense. Our defensive backs suck. So work a little bit on our linebackers and things on that nature. So our defense could be a little bit better. And with the right quarterback, I think we could be
we certainly can.
A 8-9 team or a 9-8 team, whatever you want to call it. And I think we can be that next year. We can flip it around like
you could do 500 your first year out of the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, with the new quarterback, yes. I think you could do it. I mean,
put it together. I mean, they had another video today, but the Hard Knocks thing with Joe Shane.
I saw it. Yeah.
And he was like, "Well, the numbers are." John Mayer was asking what's going on. He goes, "Well, Chicago's bumped the numbers up, and then Philly's probably not going to do it at all."
Right.
He acted like Philly wasn't going to happen.
I know. So who's going to pay him that money?
Right.
There's so many running backs.
He goes, Daniel's our guy. And he goes, I'm not going to have a $41 million quarterback throw to a $12 million running back. That's what he said.
Yeah. Insane. So I don't know. Let's see what happens. I don't think they're going to fire Dable and the GM, but I mean, we don't know. We don't know. I mean, it was a very let down year with Daniel Jones, but I hope that realized it was because of Daniel Jones and he was just either not coached correctly or he didn't want to be coached to the Dable's way. I don't know what it is. I mean, we can only find out when we get a new quarterback,
right? And how that's going to go.
And that's how that's going to go.
We had an existing quarterback that was with a new head coach and a new GM in place. So now we'll have a new quarterback that they pick.
Correct.
How is that gonna? How are they gonna groom this guy and
that's the whole thing.
Get him where you need to have him.
100%. That's the whole thing.
Disappointing.
Very disappointing. So, in the other news, former president Jimmy Carter passed away, 100 years old. My man lived for a long time.
100, man, that's a long
100 years. You know what else I heard? He was married for 77 years.
Wow,
that's crazy.
That's a pretty good record.
Yeah, it's a fucking 77
record
years.
I'll never beat.
Yeah, 77 years. That's Holy amazing. Shit, bro!
With the same person?
Yeah, with the same person.
I don't know if I want to be with myself for 77 years. You know what I mean?
I'm like, holy shit!
Long time.
Yeah, very long, man. So, what did you think, about Jimmy Carter as a president? Since
I was raised, well, my mother was a Democrat years. My mother was a JFK Democrat.
Okay.
So she was definitely into the, which is today's probably Republican, if you think about
it.
Right. So Jimmy Carter, she did not like my mother back in 76 when that whole thing was happening. I remember as a kid having the discussions about it, learning about it in school and what was happening. Jimmy Carter was not the guy, clearly. So, and it showed.
It showed, yeah.
He wasn't a bad guy. I mean, compared to what we saw for the last 4 years, Jimmy Carter he was a good person.
Right.
He was a very religious person. I mean, he did things. He didn't embarrass his office. He didn't do things stupid. He just, it just wasn't an office he was ready to
take,
probably handle at the time. And he probably didn't have a lot of help anyway.
That's true. That's true.
And obviously when Reagan, it just changed everything for the better. But now you have Joe Biden comes out of the woodwork today and makes a comment about Jimmy Carter, and of course he couldn't hold himself, and as a result, you Joe Biden, the guy's going to be president on the 20th. It is what it is. You can't stop it. Yeah. It's going to happen.
Just shut up.
Say
already.
Whatever you want. Who cares?
Right.
But you hurt yourself by what you said today. I mean, is it?
Yeah. So
did that help you?
It's like he wakes up from his nap and just says something stupid. Like what do you know?
So what they say? I mean,
so a reporter asked Biden what Trump should take from Carter's legacy. You know what he said to him?
Decency.
Yeah.
Right?
Decency.
Decency. Well, why don't you try a little of that sometime?
Seriously.
You and your son and everybody else in your
I mean,
group.
He's like talking like he's the angel, like he's never done anything wrong. I honestly don't think he remembers the last 4 years. So
he was like in a room where everybody else just kind of controlled him. His handlers handled what they needed to and kept him where he needed to be.
I mean, I just can't believe this guy came out and took a shot after, they discussed that, everything is going to be on the up and up. Let's make this transition very smooth. But yet every second you have, you're trying to throw a shot at him.
I actually gave him a little kudos the day after the election results came out when he talked about the transition. He shook his hand and said, I will guarantee a smooth transition. Like he made it sound like a noble outgoing president to an incoming president. And that was it. You should have never spoke anytime after that. Because not your legacy was great, but I went, well, that was a nice thing for him to say. I mean, it's about time.
Right.
I'm not saying, you don't have to say anything nice about people you don't like. But what did Mom always say? If you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all.
Don't say it at all, yeah.
And, he had to get his little digs. And today, not that bothered or hurt Donald Trump a little bit. All you did was you made people look at you like,
yeah, I mean, there was
the idiot that you are.
There was other reporters just ripping him like,
of course,
you don't remember the last 4 years, like,
right.
What the fuck you been,
Come
bro?
on, it's ridiculous.
I told you, he just woke up from his nap. He has no idea. He thinks he's still going to be the president for the next 3 years. his memories is leaving him. I think. I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy that you're still taking digs to a guy that is going to be your president on January 20th.
And everybody's still doing it too. There's
these
Facebook posts where people are they say all these these bad things that they said Trump did in his 4 years. I follow the stuff every day, and there was a laundry list of about 150 things, and a lot were fabricated, a lot were the truth kind of twisted a little bit, but everybody who lived those 4 years did well,
right,
in those 4 years. And if you say you didn't, you're full of shit.
100%. Everybody.
And you could be. Listen, you're allowed to be.
Right.
You want to have that opinion? That's fine. You're just going to see it again starting on the 20th.
100%. And I heard everybody that I know said those 4 years, they, in their job, whatever their job might have been, it didn't matter what it was. Everybody made a better living when he was president those 4 years.
Absolutely. Things were better.
Everybody said everything was better. Pricing on everything was better. Things were just different.
The only bad thing was the complaints and them trying to stick it to him. The Adam Schiff thing, which just lasted forever. They just wouldn't stop.
Right.
And where'd that get them?
Nowhere. Nowhere. Still back to that same shit, right? It's crazy.
Get used to it. January 20th is here very shortly, and Donald Trump will be president again, and everyone's lives will get better, believe it or not.
I know, 100%. So leaving that, so, my condolences to the Carter family,
Yes,
for Mr. Jimmy Carter, our president, former president, passing away. Lived a good life, 100 years old, married for 77. Actually was reading an article. At 90 years old, he was still helping people building homes.
He did the Habitat for Humanity.
Yeah, he was still swinging a hammer at 90 years old. It's crazy. So, good guy. Maybe not the best president, but definitely.
But when you look at it and see
a decent guy
for the last 4 years, like you could tell that Jimmy Carter was a good man.
Yeah, exactly. That he was he left the politics behind. You know what I mean? And he just went about his life.
Yeah. And look how long he lived after.
And look how long he lived. 100 years old. But anyway, so this is our New Year's episode.
Yes.
So we're coming into the new year. Mr. Hoos, you have any resolutions coming up for 2025?
My problem with resolutions are if I make one, I'm going to break it. Unless I make it really simple, and it's really not worth making anyway.
You know what I got to say to you?
I won't jaywalk. I promise not to do that.
I don't want to be a jerk, but fuck you.
Yeah.
Because I was just going to say that. I shouldn't have let you talk first. I was going to say I don't like to make resolutions because I can't keep them.
I can't keep them.
I'm the same way.
I can't.
I didn't think you were going to say that, or else I wouldn't have let you speak first.
See that? We know each other too well, ladies and gentlemen.
But I'm the same. I just can't.
I just can't keep it.
I always put those things in my head, but then I'm like, why are you even thinking about this? This is just not going to happen. I'm going to go to the gym. Yeah, I go for a week, too. And I want to, it's not my resolution for the new year. It's been my resolution for the last, 2 years. I go to the gym all the time, and I stopped going and, watch the eating. And now I'm definitely getting back on it, but that's not my resolution. That's kind of something that I just want to kind of stay healthy, but
sure.
Cause I still like to drink, you know what I mean? So there's other things I have to do to maintain that. Maybe, I don't know if live to 100 years old, but 90, I'm good. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I don't have a resolution either. I just hope this year with the new presidency, things are gonna, work wise, that I see that's, it's going to be busy. Hopefully everybody's going to have more money in their pocket with these changes and these savings that hopefully we're going to have.
But better days for everybody.
For everybody, correct.
If I had to, make a wish or a request for better days for everybody. I mean, I know it's kind of corny, but it is what it is. I mean, we all need to get along better. We all need to do things better. I mean, we're never going to sing Kumbaya with the Democrats and the liberals, and we don't have to.
Right.
Just you do your thing, we'll do ours, and we'll be fine. But better days for everybody. Listen, this should grow into something that's going to help everybody in the future, and it's kind of what we need now.
100%. Actually, you know what? I just thought about this.
Yeah.
I do have a resolution.
Uh-oh.
But it's going to be for 2026.
You're going to
the end of 2025 to the end of 2026.
We're going to go back to this podcast next year, and we're going to say, remember when you said this?
Yeah. I want to make it to Key West for New Year's.
There you go.
I think that's a resolution.
On New
that
Year's.
we have a whole year to think about it and to make it happen, to try to be there next year.
I'm definitely going to be there next year.
You going to be there?
Yes, I will.
All right.
I will. I was there last year. I will be there next year.
I think that's my resolution for next year. Make it New Year's Eve in Key West, and make this podcast.
We're gonna go live. We're gonna go live from there. Yeah. We'll go live from the store, and then we'll walk down to Sloppy Joe's, and we'll see the immense amount of people that are down there.
Yeah,
everybody's cool.
Everybody's cool. Maybe we'll meet some people that we can interview.
Everyone will talk.
Yeah,
because everyone's so nice. I mean, it's the vibe. Key West is the vibe. So it's one of the coolest places in the world. It's kind of why I picked it as my ultimate dream place. But it's what it is. It's absolutely incredible. So hopefully I'll be down there in January for a little bit. Relieve the missus so she can come home and see her baby granddaughter.
Okay.
Who's now not so much a baby anymore. She's growing and
they grow so fast.
And going to be taking steps soon. So she needs to get back here and be a part of that. So we're going to do that. And hopefully things are going to get better in the future. Like I said, for everybody.
100%. Mr. Hoos, you know what? We're going to serve ourselves a little scotch, have a little drink.
I think we need
to say goodbye to this episode 5. What do you think? Let's pour a little bit of drink.
Do that.
Get here for our fans. We can salute them.
Yes.
For a great 2025 for our fans.
That's what we need.
For our sponsors and for everybody, honestly.
Yeah. And everybody like and subscribe.
Yes.
The more you see it, the better.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Cheers, Mr. Hoos.
Cheers, Big E.
All right.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
To 2025.
2025. Thank you, everybody. Take care. Have a great day.
See you guys.
All right.